Good morning, my dear friends. In the last class, I was talking to you regarding the final design. Okay, sir. Now we'll take up a section T section as I've already said you. I can mark here D, YT, YB, etc. Instance now eccentricity, KT, KB. I've already discussed with you now. Okay. So now, Baba, now in the initial condition, what happens? Let us try to now observe now. In the initial condition, Baba, now as you know, in the initial condition, the beam bends like this now. Since you have applied an eccentric precessing force, the beam bends like this. Am I right now? So now you will see that top fiber is in tension, bottom fiber is under compression. Okay. So but now if at all you want to be safe, you will see that top fiber stress should not exceed its allowable tensile value and bottom fiber stress should not exceed allowable compressive stress in concrete in initial condition, FCCI. This I already explained you. Am I right now? So now in initial condition, top fiber stress which is under tension, it should be made equal to 0 because I am not allowing any tension. So now if that is the case, I should see that my C force, okay, can act at the maximum at this bottom kern point. Okay, here it should act. In a sense, my C force can act only at this. I should not allow my C force to act below this point. In sense, below this, if it acts, okay, your top fiber stress will exceed its permissible tensile stress value. So now here I have shown my C force exactly at the bottom kern point. When it acts at the bottom kern point exactly, your top fiber stress will reach 0 tensile stress. Okay. So now I can draw the stress distribution diagram something like this. Am I right now? I can draw the stress distribution something like this now. So now your C force is now acting here. Your T force will, in sense, your initial precessing force F naught will act at the CGS. It's now acting here now. And in the initial condition, you know that only MD will act. In the sense, only dead load moment is now going to now act. And now, this is the lever arm. Okay. Between the force F naught and between the force C, okay, this is your lever arm A. Baba, lever arm A can be written as E minus KB. See now, E is this, KB is this. Am I right now? So this distance is, I can write it as now E minus KB. E minus KB is your lever arm. Am I right now? That is what we have written. So now, in the initial condition, as you see now, only MD is now acting. Only dead load moment is now acting. So I can write this as now MD is equal to F naught into A because uh, here is a lever arm and here is a couple. Am I right now? F naught and C force are both exactly opposite and equal and they have been separated by a lever arm. So I can write MD is equal to F naught into A. Am I right, sir? Now F naught into A, where F naught is the initial precessing force. So F naught I will keep it as it is. Instead of A, I will write E minus KB. See here now, E minus KB is the lever arm. So I have written it here now. So otherwise, E minus KB can be written as MD by F naught. I will take this F naught this side. Okay. So E minus KB is equal to MD by F naught. Or eccentricity E is equal to, from this equation, I can write it as now MD by F naught. I will take this KB this side plus KB. Okay. So now from this, what I can write is now I can calculate the eccentricity E. Eccentricity E can be calculated by MD by F naught plus KB. Am I right now? This equation will give me the eccentricity. If I keep eccentricity E as this much, then only I can see that top fiber stress becomes 0 in initial condition. Am I right now? So now here I have got one equation which gives you the value of eccentricity E. This I will call it as equation number 1. Okay, that's one thing. So but now from this thing now, in the sense now I have got this stress distribution diagram like this now. Top fiber stress is 0. Okay, sir, now, and bottom fiber stress is now FB. I will call it as now FB. So but now here at CGC, the stress I can call it as F naught by AC. Am I right? Force by area will give me the stress. Force is F naught, in the sense initial pre-stress, and AC is your area of concrete. So at exactly CGC, I can write this stress value as F naught by AC. So but now here I have got now two triangles. One is this triangle, am I right? And another one is this full triangle, am I right? And these two I can call them as similar triangles. One is this, am I right? And another one is this. Okay, so these are the two similar triangles. So now by using the properties of similar triangles, now I can calculate the value of this bottom fiber stress, am I right? So now first triangle is this, am I right? Now a small triangle. Okay, here in this F naught by AC by YT I can write, am I right? F naught by AC by YT from this triangle, okay, it should be equal to the entire big triangle. Okay, bottom fiber stress is FB divided by D, the entire D, overall depth D, am I right? Now overall depth D, am I right? It should be equal to FB by D, am I right? Now so now if you rearrange this, I can calculate FB, bottom fiber stress FB, am I right? So FB is now given by F naught by AC into D by YT, am I right? Now so I can easily calculate the bottom fiber stress from this similar triangles rule, am I right? So it is F naught by AC into D by YT. Baba, same thing I have written here now. F naught by AC into D by YT is the value of your bottom fiber stress, am I right? Now so but now this is the equation which gives me the bottom fiber stress. So but now from this bottom fiber stress, okay, equation, I can calculate AC required, area of concrete required in initial condition. So but now we shall try to rearrange it. Okay, if I rearrange it, what is that now? If I rearrange it, I will get this equation. Am I right? Now I will get this equation. FB is equal to F naught by AC into D by YT. Am I right now? But my dear friends, FB, the bottom fiber stress, what is that now? Bottom fiber stress, whatever we have calculated, okay, under any circumstances in initial condition, it should not exceed the value of FCCI. Am I right now? In a sense, your FCCI means it is the permissible compressive stress in concrete in initial condition. Okay, so now I will equate this FB to FCCI. Instead of FB, I will write it as FCCI. So now FCCI is equal to F naught by AC into D by YT. Am I right now? So now from this equation, I will try to calculate AC now. Okay, just rearrange the terms. You will get one equation for AC. AC is given by F naught D divided by FCCI YT. Baba, in this equation, you know all the things now. Approximately in your preliminary design, you have calculated your F naught, you have fixed up your D, and FCCI is the allowable compressive stress in concrete in initial condition. YT is your topmost fiber distance it is now. Okay, so by using this, you can easily calculate area of concrete required in the initial condition. Am I right now? In initial condition, you can easily calculate how much is the area of concrete required. Okay, now similarly, in final condition, Baba, in your final condition, what happens is now, in final condition, you know that in final condition, the live load also acts. Okay, so the beam bends like this. Am I right now? So now bottom fiber stress is in this thing now, in tension now, and your top fiber stress, it should not exceed FCCF value. Am I right now? So but now in final condition, what happens is, okay, but now in final condition, so now but now in final condition I can now since you have applied the live load, your C force goes on shifting up, 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 and under any circumstances your C force should not go beyond this upper kern point. Am I right? So now I have shown this C force exactly here now. Okay, if it goes beyond this, Baba, your bottom fiber stress will exceed its permissible tensile value. So now I have shown C force exactly at the upper kern point. So now since C force is now acting at the upper kern point, your bottom fiber stress is exactly equal to 0. Am I right now? So now again here I can write this value at CGC. I can write this value as FE by AC. Am I right? It is effective pre-stress divided by AC. Am I right? So now again by similar triangles. Here I have got one triangle, small triangle, and here I have got a big triangle. Okay. So by using similar triangles rule, I can calculate here the top fiber stress FT. Am I right? So now by using similar triangles rule, okay sir, now I can calculate this thing now. Okay. FE by AC by YB equal to FT by D. Am I right? So FT value I can easily write. In sense, top fiber stress is now FE by AC into D by YB. Baba, same thing I have written in the figure here now. Figure also I have written the same thing here now. Okay. But under any circumstances, this FT value should not exceed FCCF. Am I right? So I will equate it to FCCF. So now if I equate it, okay, I can calculate the area of concrete required in the final condition. Okay, so this gives you, this equation will give me the area of concrete required in the final condition. Okay, this is how you can calculate the area of concrete required in the initial condition as well as in the final condition. Okay, so now this is how you can do your design when MD by MT ratio is smaller than 0.2. Okay, thank you very much.